Hey everybody, it's Alan. I'm back in the Superclear studio today. We're going to be showing you the White Marble Kit for countertop epoxy. We offer it on our website at superepoxysystems.com as well as amazon.com. So in this kit, you're going to get 3 gallons of the Superclear countertop epoxy. You're going to get our white super colors. You're going to get our Samurai Black from Eye Candy. You're going to get Daigi from Eye Candy, and you're going to get Icicle from Eye Candy. Previously, to prep this surface, we used a paint primer from Home Depot, Lowe's. You can get it at either one of those. It comes in a flat white. We used Behr. It's very easy. You put a fan on, it dries like boom, instantly. It takes maybe 20 to 30 minutes, something like that. Very easy to apply. Let's see, so what we gotta do now is we gotta go ahead and mix these parts together. We just poured them in there, so they're ready to go. All right. All right, so we've got our epoxy mixed up. It's time to mix some colors. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna divvy this out a little bit. I'm gonna reserve just a little bit just to see if I need any extra, and I can make adjustments there. Let's see, so we're gonna use our Super Colors white. We're gonna put some Samurai Black in here. All right, some Daigi. And some Icicle. All right, so we're just gonna mix these colors up. The white, you don't really have to worry about over pigmenting. It's really concentrated. Our super colors are very concentrated, so even still, you gotta get like 10% per volume of what you're mixing it into to really, or of the epoxy that you're mixing it into to really affect the cure. So you can really kind of go wild with it. So I think now that we have all these mixed up, I still haven't decided on how I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Either I'm gonna do it freehand, I'm gonna do a dirty pour, in which I can use this extra cup, pour all my colors in there, you know, over each other and then pour it out, or a mixture of both. What do you think, Steve?
I like the mixture.
You like the mixture? All right, let's go with the mixture. All right, so we're gonna put some of the white down first. I'm just gonna move it around. You don't have to be too neat about it. It'll all self-level. You just wanna use that to create some of your base, but then also break that surface tension, right? I'm gonna go in, because I'm gonna layer it from light to dark. So I'm gonna go in so all I'm doing is rubbing this in by hand. That's it. The Daigi's real cool because it's gonna give you this, once it cures, it's gonna give you this shimmer. It's really, really neat. So you can't really see it right now, probably because of the camera, but I can. There's a bunch of Daigi there. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna disperse this, since Steven really likes the dispersion part. So we're gonna use some isopropyl alcohol, and this will help mix it together. But because it's not gelled, it's not gonna stay like this. It's just gonna help it disperse. Once it starts to thicken up and get a little bit more gelled, it'll start to stay. You'll see the design start to kind of set in there and stay there. So I'm just gonna kind of come through here with my fingers to help break it up a little bit. Now, I'm gonna hit it, help disperse it a little bit more, seal it up. Also do this, some big drops. Cool, so I'm using this ISO to kind of create a kind of glittery vein. put a little bit more white in there. All right, so basically what I'm doing is I think I did too much, and I'm just working around it, or working with it, to try and get it to look good. It doesn't really matter what you do. You could screw it up or think you're screwing it up, but if you keep messing with it and kind of playing with it, you can start building those layers. That's why I wasn't really worried about it, because those layers get built. You know, you can start from light to dark and then dark to light, back down again. You might muddy it a little bit, that's okay. Remember, even if you do muddy the whole thing and just way overdo it, you can pour again. It's not a big deal, it's nothing to freak out about. You just let it cure, you give it a little rough sand, put some more primer on it, and you're good to go again. But I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take these gloves off, but I'm gonna do a little like Salt Bay action with that icicle. Okay, so I just finished sprinkling some icicle all over this, wet it down with some isopropyl alcohol again. That's gonna put it all into the epoxy. It's gonna be a nice little shimmering, extra shimmer in addition to the Daigi, and it'll look really, really cool. We're gonna wait until this tacks up and gets thicker. Gel stage needs to be further along. So I did a little freehand work, and that's it. Now, I could have poured, and I still could pour, you know, maybe like a vein down this way, like right in the middle of this vein, because we still have leftover epoxy. We can put it all together and do a dirty pour and create like a pretty cool vein going down that way. Or we just kind of leave it like this, a little bit more simplistic, a little bit more elegant, and keep it this way. So until then, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go take care of some other stuff, and then when we come back, we're gonna go ahead and pop this tape or figure out what else we wanna do to it. All right, see you in a little bit. All right guys, so we just realized it's actually closing time for us here, and a lot of my team wants to get home. So unfortunately, we're not quite where we wanna be for the gel phase. So we're still gonna pull it because we don't want it to sit here all night and then cure up like this. We want it to run over, have the design run over and flow over the edges. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pull this, but I want you to take a really good look at it, because this is what would stay on if you let it get to the gel phase. If you let it get to the gel phase, right where it's barely moving, you're gonna pull the tape, you're gonna let it flow over, you're gonna rub the sides as it's dripping over to break that surface tension all the way around. With breaking the surface tension, it's gonna flow over that edge evenly. What we're gonna do tomorrow when we come in, all those little icicles, those little drips, they're all gonna be hard. They're all gonna be fully cured and hard. So we're gonna show you one of two ways that you can deal with those icicles. So either you can be proactive and preempt them, so you wait until they stop dripping, and they're very, very thick in terms of viscosity, and they're setting up. You can go through with a scraper, scrape them off, wipe the scraper, keep moving around until it's all done. Or you can just walk away and go to sleep, do whatever, drink a beer, I don't know, whatever makes you happy. And then come back and then just knock them all down flat the next day once it's fully cured with an orbital sander. Super easy either way. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tear this now. I'm gonna go around it again. I'm gonna make sure I break that surface tension, right? I'm breaking that surface tension right here so it all flows over evenly, right? Now, more is gonna flow off because I didn't allow it to properly gel. So we're gonna let this roll, and then we'll be back in the morning. It'll obviously have drips on it. We'll show you how to knock those down and sand it back to flat and take care of them. All right, everybody have a good night. We'll see you. All right, everybody, we're back. So everything is all cured up. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and use this orbital. We've got some 60 grit on here just to knock it down real quick. Let's get started. All right, so we're done taking care of that. All you're gonna do, wipe it off. But check that out. There's a lot of depth in that, a ton of depth from that Dyke, as well as a real cool marbled look. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I thought I screwed things up because I made it too muddy, but I didn't. It ended up creating a lot of depth. So folks sometimes will keep working it and they think they've screwed it up, but it's very hard to actually mess this up. What you end up doing is building more depth and creating something even more unique. If you want to upscale your current kitchen, your current bathrooms, this is a great way to do it and keep things affordable while also having fun doing it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for any new tutorials that come out, as well as new products that we have for all of you to use affordably and easily. Thanks.